What's going on, everybody? Let's Talk Jets Radio. Quick video here before we go live at 8 o'clock for Sam Darnold's first playoff start. Excited for this one, but also a look at Brian Flores' defense, which is the point of this video right now, with a lot of talk coming from a lot of the media heads that it seems like Brian Flores with Ryan Grigson could be the combination that the Jets are looking for GM and head coach. And for me, at least, I'm a hard no on this right now. Starting with Flores, just everything that I was saying on last week's stream, I think it's crazy that there's like a narrative out there that he's a winning coach. His 9-win season, the team started 1-7. And his 10-win season, they collapsed down the stretch. His defense gave up over 50 points in the final game with the playoffs on the line. His overall record is 24-25. He's never made the playoffs. He's had issues with offensive coordinators. And I think the biggest red flag, if you listen to the video from Ryan Fitzpatrick a week ago, where he was talking about him being a little bit stubborn, kind of hesitant to ask for help when he knew he needed it. And I'm not saying that he's not capable of growing. I'm not saying that he's not capable of succeeding as a second-time head coach somewhere else. But coming to the Jets with a 14-year playoff drought, with all the nonsense that goes on with our media, with our owner, our fan base is wild right now. I just don't think this is the environment where a first-time failed coach is going to resurrect his career. And I think his path is obviously a little bit different from Adam Gase. He's not jumping right into another head coaching gig. He got a chance to go back, be a defensive coordinator, be a part of a nice little rebuild with the Vikings, watching them turn it around. But at the same time, I just feel like when there's so many experienced candidates out there, why are those guys not the priority? Because that's ultimately what's needed to turn this thing around. You need somebody that's done it before. You need somebody that's won before. I know there's a lot of teams that have turned it around with first-time head coaches. I just don't see that happening here with the New York Jets, with our current situation, with our owner, with just this losing environment, this losing culture that we have. I think you need somebody that's been there, done that, and somebody that's a little bit more proven as a winner. So Flores, again, he might be a good second-time head coach somewhere else. I just don't see it happening with the Jets. Same kind of thing with Grigson. I mean, he doesn't even have the success to really, bank on anyway. When you look at his 5 drafts, he had Andrew Luck fall in his lap, and then pretty much every other pick other than that was a giant bust. So that tandem just doesn't get me excited at all. If I'm going to get excited about anything, it's probably Aaron Glenn and Spielman just following the Detroit Lions plan. That could get me hyped up a little bit. The more and more I listen to Glenn, he does seem like a player's coach. He does seem like a culture guy. He knows our culture, our organization. He knows Parcells. He knows Sean Payton. So just having that background and again, just listening to him talk and how he values relationships and building those relationships and getting the most out of guys, I think that's something that could do well here. You just don't know what's actually going to happen once he makes that leap from defensive coordinator to head coach for the first time, how he's going to handle all that adjustment and what kind of staff he's going to bring with him. So that's probably, like, as far as realistic options that the Jets are looking at, that's probably what I'm hoping for. But I can't say I'm excited or I'm optimistic about the way the Jets are handling this search with 13-plus GM candidates, 13-plus head coaching candidates. A lot of them are just laughable names. And the fact that you do have guys like Gruden that you're not interested in, McCarthy, who it seems like they're not interested in. They weren't interested in Belichick. They interviewed Vrabel, but obviously he wasn't coming here. Pete Carroll now is taking interviews. You have so many guys that have won Super Bowls, that have won division titles, won playoff games, at least done something more than what Flores and a lot of these other guys have done. And yet it just doesn't seem like either the Jets are interested in those candidates or they know that those candidates aren't coming here. So this whole process is just bugging the shit out of me, but obviously once the hire is made, I'll try to be open-minded about it. I just can't say I'm in any way, shape, or form excited about a possibility of Brian Flores coaching the New York Jets with Grigson as our GM. So talk to you guys later tonight. Looking forward to this game.